affiliated with Cushman & Wakefield about a year ago, and it gives us kind of the strength and across the nation and around the world. So Cushman & Wakefield has 400 offices and 40,000 employees. So we're excited to be a part of this announcement today. And basically, I'm going to turn it over and let a few others talk, but we're going to talk about the past and celebrate the past of this great Chenal Valley development here, and we're going to talk about how the transition to the future. So we're really excited about everyone being here today, and so we're going to go through a couple different speakers, and we'll get you out of here pretty quickly. First one I get to introduce, you all know him a lot better than I do, but Lieutenant Governor Tim Griffin here, and so he is an Arkansas native. I did a little research on him. He's a Magnolia High School graduate, went to Hendrix, and then left for a little while, was in Tulane Law School, learned all about that Louisiana law down there, so
we took the bar here.
Brought him back here.
They love
Even though
he
looks like a Texan today, he is a true Arkansan and really a beloved Arkansan, and really appreciate all your service you have done over the years and what you've done, and so we'll turn it over to you.
Great,
you go.
great,
Thank
appreciate
you
it. Well, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I am like this because I'm going to a Exodus Project Western fundraiser, and I'm supposed to meet my wife there, and when my wife says she's going to meet me somewhere, I know that I better be there. So I'm going to be heading there as soon as this is over. But I wanted to stop by and say a couple things, and I really mean what I'm about to say, and I say this all over the state. You hear a lot of people talk about the need to bring jobs or grow jobs organically from companies already here. And that's very important. But some communities focus on that, and they forget how important quality of life is to that equation. You can put jobs all sorts of places, and if you don't have the requisite quality of life, you're not going to get anybody to move there to work. And so to me, as I was driving out here, and I've been coming by this area a long time, and known about it before it was fully developed, and I know a lot of the folks involved, the Bob Nolan, a bunch of the Deltic folks. I mean, I know the history here, and I can tell you, I was thinking to myself, what would this area look like if instead of this development, what if you had 1,000 different disjointed developments? I'm not saying that'd be bad, but it wouldn't add up to what you have here in terms of quality of life and in terms of the attractiveness of this part of the city. And there's a place for different sorts of communities, different developments, different size ones, but there's something particularly special about this. And I think it's the excellence and the meticulous planning that went into this and the quality that is associated with this. Heck, this part of this development has made such an impact. There are businesses on the other side of Little Rock that are called Chenal. I drove by one the other day. I said, "Oh, that's interesting. It's about 20 miles from Chenal, and it's called Chenal." And it's because of the reputation of this development. And I remind a lot of the folks, particularly in areas that don't have the job growth that they wish. Yeah, you got to think about jobs, but jobs has a lot of components. I describe it as like gumbo. You got workforce, you got education, you got tax structure. We need much lower taxes. You've got regulatory environment. You got all that stuff. But quality of life, a place to play golf, a place to have a good meal, a place where you can get good coffee and Wi-Fi, a place where you can ride a bike down a path. All of that stuff is critically important to the competition that we're in with other states and other cities and other countries for jobs. I was in Singapore last week on a private sector side, meeting with the education minister. We're having exactly this conversation. That's why Singapore put such a, if any of you have ever been there, you know they put such a high priority on quality of life. So I appreciate what you're doing. This is not just a business where a bunch of houses were put up in a country club. This is all so synergistic so that it had an extraordinary impact, not just on the people who live here, but the city at large. And I think when people come visit and they're looking at Little Rock for the first time, where do we live? Where are the schools? What is there to do? Inevitably, they're shown they're shown this part of the city. And when you go to other cities, you can look around and it's very obvious when they don't have something like this, that impact such as this. So I'll say full speed ahead. I think what you're doing is great. I mean, as long as y'all look, and I know you will, just continue to keep the quality and the excellence, because people don't just want to work somewhere, they want to live somewhere. They want that quality of life, and that's what this represents to me. So I guess we're celebrating all the years, but I'm excited about all the stuff that's going to happen in the future as we continue to improve what's here and build around it and improve the dining possibilities and the wine possibilities and whatever else. So I'm going to do everything I can to do my part to get some, as we say in the Army, to get some of those bricks out of that rucksack. You know, the higher your taxes are, the more weight you got to run with. We're trying to do something about that so that you can thrive and prosper. Thank y'all so much for giving me a few minutes. I know you got more exciting speakers. The mayor's over here. He's chomping at the bit. I'm going to introduce you now. Is he next?
Make sure you got Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Bill Drew is going to speak next. with
an
Potlatch
even better
Sports.
speaker. Come on over. Appreciate it.
So Bill Drew is with Potlatch Corp. I'll let him introduce himself as well. But we've had the pleasure of working with Bill for the last 7-8 months. I guess when we're starting down this path. But so we appreciate you being here today, and I'll let you transition.
Thank you. Well, thank you for allowing us to be part of this celebration today. We're honored to be here, and Lieutenant Governor Griffin, as he leaves, thank you for those words and the recognition for what we think that Chenal represents. And we celebrate 30 years this year of this development. And this started as what our core business is. It started as timberland, pine trees throughout, and it became something much greater. And I think he said it well, that the whole is better than the sum of the parts. So because this was 5,000-acre master plan community and was cared for from the beginning as being a place to live, work, and play, that it became something much greater than it was originally envisioned. And the outcome has just been phenomenal. As you may or may not know, Potlatch merged with Deltic in 2018, and that became our, as the new company, our exposure to what Chenal really is. And I've been nothing but impressed since, both with the assets here, but the support from everyone here, and the employees, starting with Dave McGreblian over here, who leads the team here to make this what it is. So since the merger, there's been a number of initiatives we've undertaken, and I'm going to talk about a few of those right now. We've stratified our rural real estate. Potlatch Deltic owns about 1.9 million acres in the U.S., and 930,000 acres of that is here in this state. I was asked by Mike Preston this morning, well, tell me what your plans are, and gosh, are you happy to be in this state? And I said, we're extremely happy. This is now job one for us, right here. We now own the most in the other 7 states. Most of that is in Arkansas. We own no other developments that even rival, that come close to Chenal. Now, that being said, I'm not sure how many of them come close to Chenal anyway, whether we own them or not. But very pleased to be here, and I've made sure I mention that to him. But some of our recreation properties have been sold. We've done some conservation deals, and y'all might have seen Central Arkansas Water District, a deal we did with them for water preservation and cleanliness. The pictures here, you look at the 1994 picture, and there were maybe 100 homes. guess. There are over 3,000 now in the 2019.
Maybe the wind won't blow them over.
So quite a contrast here between where we started and where we're at today. We have an entirely new neighborhood that's being started just on the backside of Wildwood, where Dave lives. And that will start here any day now. So we're continuing this pattern of quality development that Lieutenant Governor just mentioned. Another thing we've done, which you all have probably heard about, is we've hired professional management for the country club. As I mentioned, for Potlatch Delta, it isn't necessarily what we've done, what we know, but a group of individuals who went through a rigorous process to put their name in the hat that does know and will know how to manage the club to its fullest potential is Arnold Palmer Golf Management. And they will be managing the club from here on out. And with us here today, is Mike Ackroyd. And Mike, can you
Absolutely
introduce yourself?
Please.
Say a few words.
Please.
First of all, we are honored to be in not just Arkansas but Little Rock specific. This is our first club in our portfolio in the state of Arkansas, and so we're so honored to be involved and affiliated with such a fine community and a fine club. Potlatch Delta has done a dynamite job with this product. The quality level of this product certainly matches the quality level of this community and residential homes and the all of the business parks and everything. We so you know the name Arnold Palmer, but what do we do and who are we? We either own or manage over 108 golf courses throughout the country, and 28 of those are private clubs. I work with exclusively our private club division. So what do we focus on and what are we going to do in the short term? We haven't even started yet, but we're going to focus on growing member pride here at this club. It's not that it's not prideful now, but the key to our success is when you grow member pride, you can grow membership. You can actually reach a full of the wait list status whenever the pride level is at a really high level. The Lieutenant Governor talked about lifestyle and the lifestyle expectations. Those have changed as it relates to private clubs. Golf is secondary. Golf is not the main driver. You can go play golf anywhere. And we've got two of the best golf courses in this state. But it is more about the family. The things that we will do to meet the needs, to meet the lifestyle needs of our families within this community are going to be different, enhanced on what you're currently doing. And it's about programming. It's about activities. Our goal is to create more usage here. Members utilizing the club more, coming to eat dinner here more, having their kids involved in golf programming and tennis programming and on the swim team. And so we're about programming. Whenever the usage is up and the usage is at a high level, members continue to pay dues and they continue to invite their friends. And that has been a formula for us that has made us be very, very successful in this private club industry. I describe us as like farmers insurance. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. We have experienced a lot. Therefore, we've been able to make it through this tough golf industry. You know that there's golf courses closing all over the country, 40 to 50 each year. So you got to do something. You have to be different. You have to do things different, and that's what we're going to bring to the table. But again, we are so honored to be here. Bill, Dave, thank you so much for allowing us to partner. Thank you.
Well, I'll wrap up because I know you're here for the free food and drink anyway. So I will just say that for commercial real estate, which is the reason why we're here, this is a Cushman & Wakefield SAGE event. There are some things happening right now, and we look for it to get much better. You've driven by the promenade to get out here, and you see the U.S. Pizza being built, and you see the Fitzroy Promenade, that site's cleared right behind the promenade, and that's underway. You see the Aloft Hotel. A retail site has gone under contract. A bank site has gone under contract. And it's only going to get better with the partnership we have with Sage. So thank you again. We have 674 employees in Arkansas. Thank you from each of them. We own 930,000 acres here, 3 wood products mills, and this is our shining star, 5,000 acres that we call Chenal Valley. So I'm excited to be here. We believe the state and the city have a bright economic future. We're happy to be invested here. With that, Mayor Scott.
Thank you, Bill. Since I know I'm in between a glass of wine and a good conversation, I won't be too long. Bill, before I get started, I do want to just take this time to acknowledge City Director Lance Hines. Lance, will you show your hand? Lance is, he's the king of the West Little Rock, and we want to recognize him. Lance, when I need a vote, remember I said. No, seriously, Bill, thank you so much for all that you're doing with this partnership. Today, as I look out and see many friends and former colleagues in the arena of commercial real estate, bankers, and general contractors, I feel at home right now. And this time right now represents the history of collaboration and the future of collaboration. But not only that history and future of collaboration, but a commitment to growth. And that's what we're focused on now here at the City of Little Rock. Is how do we focus on development growth in all areas of our city, but how do we apply the growth in West Little Rock? Because that is a true economic output for our city and a driving force. And when you have the type of partnership with PotlatchDeltic and Sage, and if you know anything about Mark Saviors or Gus Blass or Rick O'Brien, is that you know not only is there a history of collaboration and a commitment to growth, they will always find a creative way to go to success. And so when you have that collaboration and that commitment and some creative solutions, you know it's nothing going to be but good for here at the City of Little Rock. And I just want to say thank you for everyone for coming out. Let's have a glass of wine. I want my vote.
I was just told I'm up, so this is quick. We're just thank you everybody for being out here today. Thank you to the mayor for his comments. He's been really great, and we all appreciate his new growth, focus on growth in the city. You're doing a great job. Also, Lieutenant Governor, I know he had to go to a rodeo or whatever he was dressed for, but that was he made some really good comments, and what he said about what Chenal means is correct. We appreciate the opportunity to work with Dave and Bill. You guys have been awesome. With that, I think that's probably my closing thing. Oh, I did see Jay Cheshire around here. Jay, thank you for all you do as well. And then we really look forward to the next 30 years. You know, this is a look back, which is great, and it's been an awesome ride here at Chenal. But the next 30 years is going to be even better with the partnerships that we have. So thanks for being here.